there's something incredibly special about the nostalgia of a vintage Christmas. The warm glow of candlelight, the scent of pine, and the timeless simplicity that feels like stepping into an old holiday postcard. In today's video, we're transforming an ordinary space into a vintage farmhouse Christmas haven. We'll blend rustic charm, cozy textures, and meaningful handmade touches that bring comfort and joy. So grab a warm drink, and let's dive into this heartwarming Christmas makeover that feels like home. Before we start decorating, let's talk about what makes the vintage farmhouse style so irresistible. It's all about mixing worn, weathered elements with natural textures. Think aged wood, galvanized metal, and soft linens. The color palette stays neutral with whites, creams, and soft greens, allowing your Christmas greenery and twinkling lights to shine. Every piece tells a story, from thrifted treasures to family heirlooms, creating a space that feels nostalgic yet timelessly beautiful. To begin our makeover, we start by creating a clean, neutral foundation. White or beige walls, rustic shiplap, and wooden beams set the tone for a vintage farmhouse feel. These muted tones allow Christmas decor to pop naturally without overwhelming the space. Layer in cozy area rugs and linen curtains for warmth. A neutral backdrop not only feels calm but also highlights every garland, candle, and ornament we'll add later, making your decor look curated yet effortless. The living room is where the magic begins. Start by dressing your mantel with fresh greenery. Pine, cedar, and eucalyptus branches create a natural woodsy base. Add antique candle holders, brass bells, and strands of fairy lights for a soft glow. Replace modern throw pillows with vintage-inspired ones, plaid, ticking stripes, or cable knit designs. Finally, drape a chunky blanket over your armchair to invite cozy winter lounging. This is where you'll sip cocoa and watch your favorite holiday movies. For a true farmhouse Christmas tree, think simplicity and nostalgia. Use a mix of handmade and vintage ornaments, wooden stars, dried orange slices, paper garlands, and glass baubles with a patina finish. Wrap the base in a burlap tree skirt or an old grain sack for a rustic touch. Instead of tinsel, go for cotton or twine garlands that feel more organic. Top your tree with something meaningful, like an old-fashioned star or an heirloom angel passed down through generations. Even the smallest nooks can sparkle with Christmas charm. Create cozy corners using antique lanterns filled with fairy lights, small potted evergreens, or a vintage crate filled with pine cones and ornaments. Drape soft throws over armchairs and hang small wreaths on window frames or mirrors. Each tiny detail adds warmth and character. These understated touches make your home feel layered and lived in, perfect for that inviting farmhouse appeal. The dining table is where memories are made. Set your farmhouse table with a simple linen runner, mismatched vintage plates, and brass cutlery for a charming time-worn look. Add mason jar candles and greenery down the center for a natural tablescape. You can even incorporate small wood slices as coasters or place cards. The beauty of farmhouse style lies in imperfection. Every scratch and faded pattern adds authenticity and warmth to your Christmas dining setup. A vintage farmhouse Christmas wouldn't be complete without a cozy kitchen. Swap out bright decor for muted tones, hang wreaths on cabinet doors, and place wooden cutting boards and ceramic bowls on open shelves. Fill glass jars with homemade cookies or hot cocoa mix for a festive touch. Add a garland over your window and a bowl of oranges and cloves for that nostalgic scent of Christmas past. It's a space that feels both practical and heartwarming, the true heart of the home. First impressions matter, and your entryway sets the tone. Hang a classic pine wreath with plaid ribbon on the door. Add an antique bench or a distressed console table with candles and a small Christmas tree in a galvanized bucket. A few pairs of boots, cozy scarves, and pine sprigs tucked into baskets create a welcoming lived-in charm. It's the perfect invitation for guests to step into your vintage-inspired winter wonderland. Transform your bedroom into a peaceful holiday retreat by layering soft textures and warm lighting. Start with flannel or linen bedding in neutral hues, then add knitted throws and plaid pillows for a hint of festive color. Hang a simple evergreen garland above your headboard and light a few candles for a serene glow. Vintage touches like an old alarm clock, enamel mug, or rustic nightstand help carry that farmhouse Christmas charm into your private sanctuary. Nothing says vintage Christmas like handmade decor. Create your own ornaments using cinnamon sticks, dried fruit, or paper stars. Repurpose old jars into candle holders or snow globes, and wrap gifts in craft paper tied with twine and sprigs of greenery. These small personal details bring authenticity and warmth to your decor. Plus, crafting together as a family can become a treasured holiday tradition, the kind that makes your home feel truly special. don't have to spend a fortune to achieve this look. Visit thrift stores or flea markets for vintage treasures like old books, metal trays, enamel pictures, or antique ornaments. Incorporate these pieces naturally into your decor. A stack of old hymnals under a candle, or a vintage mirror reflecting twinkle lights. Mixing thrifted finds with your Christmas decorations adds layers of charm, creating a story-filled home that feels authentically nostalgic. Never underestimate the power of scent to complete the mood. Simmer a pot of citrus, cinnamon, and cloves on the stove for that classic Christmas aroma. Light soy candles with notes of pine, vanilla, or cedarwood. Even a small jar of dried oranges or potpourri placed on a shelf adds to the sensory experience. The right scents instantly transport you to cozy Christmas mornings from the past, wrapping your home in comfort and memory. Lighting sets the emotional tone for your vintage farmhouse Christmas. Opt for warm, soft light instead of bright whites. Use fairy lights, candles, and lanterns to create that inviting glow reminiscent of simpler times. String lights around windows, wrap them along stair railings, and let them reflect off vintage mirrors. The golden light brings warmth to every corner, enhancing that magical, nostalgic atmosphere that makes your space feel like a holiday dream come true. It's the little details that truly complete your farmhouse Christmas look. Add wooden signs with festive sayings, display family photos in rustic frames, or place a vintage sled by the fireplace. Layer textures through throws, wreaths, and textiles that tell a story. Each touch adds depth and meaning, proof that Christmas beauty lies not in perfection, but in the love and care you pour into your home. As we step back and admire the finished space, what stands out isn't just the decor. It's the feeling, the warmth of tradition, the beauty of imperfection, and the comfort of a home filled with love. A Vintage Farmhouse Christmas reminds us that the holidays aren't about grandeur. They're about connection and simplicity. May your home be cozy, your heart be full, and your Christmas be filled with vintage magic that lasts far beyond the season.